Welcome back to this trip to the Galápagos Islands, a science trip of a lifetime. This is the 6th video in our Galápagos Island series. Today we begin by visiting Santa Fe Island, a small and relatively flat island. After lunch, we travel to South Plaza Island, also known as Plaza Sur. Giant prickly pear cactus forests and rugged cliffs enhance these islands' picturesque landscapes and beautiful turquoise waters. Santa Fe, also known as Barrington, is a small island of approximately 15 square miles, located in the southeastern center of the Galápagos Islands archipelago, southeast of Santa Cruz. South Plaza, one of the two islands known as Islas Plazas, is just off the east coast of Santa Cruz. Geologically, these islands are somewhat distinct from most other Galápagos Islands in that their formation resulted not from volcanic activity, but by lava upwelling from the bottom of the ocean. Galápagos sea lions congregate in large numbers on the beaches, and many seabirds are on the cliffs. Santa Fe also has the most extensive variety of endemic wildlife species in the Galápagos. Join our homeschooled students as they uncover God's fingerprints left for us on the Galápagos Islands.
It is a cactus in the Galapagos, Opuntia cactus, a baby cactus. The baby cactus, they have a protection because we have reptiles on this place. We used to have giant tortoises, but no giant tortoises anymore now. We still have those iguanas, the biggest iguana in the Galapagos. So the cactus, they need a protection when they are babies like this. The other side, we can see the big cactus, and also they drop the spines, but they grow something like a woody shape. There's also a protection that they have in the base of the cactus. You can see some finches around here. It's a perfect time to see a lot of finches because it's a rainy season, at the end of the rainy season, so we have a lot of babies, and of course the cactus finch is common to find on this area. The cactus on this island are the biggest in the Galapagos, same in Santa Cruz, but here a little bit deeper, a little bit higher. So you can see that cactus over there, probably a little bit more than 150 years. Also, the green vegetation is because the rain, we still have some rain around here, so in a few more days this is going to disappear. All the vegetation and only a few plants are going to stay around here with a white color around there for protection. This is an endemic plant, Croton Ascarelli. So this plant also drops the most of the leaves. It just keeps few leaves, during the dry season. But this one is endemic to the Galapagos. And we have another one called the Alutia with the yellow flowers we saw on the base. So that is a native, it's not endemic. But it has very nice yellow flowers during this time of year. Darwin Foundation, they capture some of the insects around here just to see if we have a new introduced species into this place. We are close to Santa Cruz, we're close to St. Cristobal Island. So in those two places we have ships that bring food to the town. So sometimes they can escape around here and just fly to this place. So this is why they monitor in here all the time, and with this trap here, so they can control if we have new species in the Galapagos and to see if they can eliminate or actually to control this new species in the Galapagos. Okay, so it's the Santa Fe iguana, or Conolopus pallidus iguana. This is unique in all the Galapagos. We have only on this island. Actually, this is the biggest in Galapagos. It's not so colorful. It's not so yellow like the other iguana that we have in Plaza Island, but this is the biggest. So this, what we are looking now is a juvenile. This is the area where we find the babies at the moment, and we have a lot of vegetation, so it's good food for them. And this is the breeding season, the end of the breeding season, so the babies start to come out. So we see this kind of juvenile, and they can get more than 60 years. Actually, the distribution of them is in all the entire island. They eat the cactus leaves, and this is how they can survive. the cactus provide food and water. They are waiting over there for the cactus leaves. So when the wind and actually when it's not too much water, the cactus drop the leaves and also the fruit, and it's a time to eat. So at the moment they don't have competition because in the past we used to have giant tortoises. Okay, we have here a very old cactus forest. Those are the biggest actually around this island. And the cactus grow really very slow. This kind of cactus about 1.5 centimeters every year. So we can calculate more than 150 years the big cactus around this place. With the water, around the rainy season, we have flowers on the cactus. It's a yellow flower. This time it's just the end, so we don't have too many flowers. But actually we can see the fruits. And the fruits are really in very good conditions, and those fruits are waiting the iguanas down here.
Using the scientific method they learned in class, our science students apply critical thinking skills and a framework of assumptions, concepts, and values that shape how they view the world. This series does not focus on cost or expenses, items to bring, or opinions about the islands. Instead, it represents a paradigm shift in thinking.
Okay, the cactus is actually, this species of cactus is full of water. We have inside the cactus a little cells like this that also is full of water when it's alive. Of course, this is part of a piece of the cactus is dead. So you can see the outside is the protection that they have, but the inside is full of water when it's alive. The reproduction of the cactus is sexual and asexual because they have flowers also. But over here, we can see a little plant, the baby cactus that grow from the dead cactus. So this is asexual. So we have sexual and asexual. The reproduction of the cactus is like that. So it is really bad, very bad when we have too much water because this is full of water, and the cactus can die if we have too much water, like this one here. But actually, of course, the baby cactus start from another cactus also. And this is what we have here in this example. This and this used to be a leaf, and just grow with a protection, so with the spines. But then later on, when they become old, they have another protection, which is like a woody formation. And then after that, just the spines disappear, which is this. But underneath, we still have the same formation, the little cells with full of water. This one here, we can see, is still a little young, because we still have some of the leaves. You see this?
I see.
This one here. So in the future, those are going to disappear. And what I can see here, see the green color?
Yeah.
That's a minute photosynthesis.
Yes.
That's what I can hear. So this is still alive. There's little leaves around here, actually. Spines, but leaves for the cactus. And it's very important this, all this change later on with another protection. It's still growing very fast, like the cactus that we saw before. That is happening here in this island. It's nice to see those large cactus. Yeah.
And everybody just thinks it's a cactus. It's not just a cactus.
Yeah,
It's a very special
It's
plant.
very special
Yes.
plant, yeah. And look at the roots are not so deep. It's just outside.
Nestor, you see the roots here?
Talk to me about the roots.
The roots are not so deep around here. We have all these basalts, so it is very, very easy for the water to destroy the cactus because there's too much weight for the roots and just fall off like the cactus that we saw over there. Actually, we used to have a cactus over here. You see? So this is a kind of very old cactus, but actually fall off because there's too much water. You see, it's just they cannot support too much weight. This used to be a cactus, and to have a cactus like this, probably 200 years, Yeah, there's a piece of that, yeah. So it is actually very sad when that happened, normally during the El Nino. So, but this is full of water during, when it's alive, So it's really very interesting.
Full of water.
Full of water around here, yes.
Capillary action, yes.
And actually, is what happened with this too much water, it's too much weight and fall off, yeah. They just leave like this,
While waiting for lunch, the science team takes a few minutes to rest after a morning of learning on Santa Fe Island. It's our chance to enjoy the sun on the upper deck of the Galaxy. The Galaxy leaves Santa Fe Island after Jaime's whole morning of teaching and heads towards the Plazas, just east of Santa Cruz Island. On our way, a group of female Frigatebirds make themselves at home while catching a free ride on the top of the Galaxy. There is one lone Frigatebird taking life easy on the deck railing. As we head north, you can see Santa Fe Island fade into the distance. A female Frigatebird takes several passes over the males as they show their red gular or throat patch. After making several flybys, the female chooses and lands on the railing. The Frigatebirds continue their free ride thanks to the Galaxy.
Dr. Purdom, we're so glad you could join us on this Galapagos exploration. Why don't you tell us what your scientific background is?
Well, I have a PhD in molecular genetics from Ohio State University, and I've been working at Answers in Genesis for the last 5 years as both a research scientist and a speaker. So I specialize in the areas of molecular and cellular biology, but specifically trying to understand the roles of natural selection and mutation on different organisms.
I would imagine, given that information, you're very excited to be here where there's a lot of evidence of natural selection on the different islands.
Absolutely. I mean, these are just an awesome place to really observe speciation, not only that has occurred in the past, but it is even occurring right now.
Now, when you say speciation, only somebody who studied science understands that term. What does that term mean?
And even then, I'm not so sure how many of us, because the definition changes a lot of times, and it depends on the different, the organism that you're talking about. But generally, when we think of species, we think of organisms that can interbreed with one another, but aren't breeding with other organisms, so that they're just that particular species. That's how they define it. So they're not interbreeding with other animals. But again, how that's defined from microorganisms to, birds to land animals varies a lot.
I'm sure that really does. That makes it a little more complicated to have a definitive line of this one has speciated, this one has not.
Right.
The science team makes a dry landing on South Plaza Island, but it's not without some trouble. A large bull male sea lion challenges our landing and chases off the other panga. The dominant male protects his harem by patrolling the area and chasing off would-be challengers, or tour guides. Female sea lions live on this side of the island where they are protected and can easily reach their food.
Well, I was just going to say something about the swallowtail gulls that we're seeing, which are sitting on these rocks. They hunt at night, and they use bioluminescence to help them catch their prey. And we're hoping that as the boat moves and causes the bioluminescence of the little shrimp, that we'll actually see some of these swallowtail gulls coming down to catch their food. They also like to eat the lanternfish, which come up and express bioluminescence. And that is just an amazing fact to me, that these birds have that ability and can therefore hunt at night.
No, that's an adult. That's an adult. I mean, that's a baby.
Are you focusing in on the iguana, Lester?
Ma'am?
Are you focusing in on the iguanas?
Not right now. Which one? We moved inland and again observed the shallow root system of these large Opuntia cactus. I mean, these are truly large cactus, more like trees actually. As the camera pans up, You can see the spent flowers that will eventually fall off and become food for the iguanas waiting below.
His mouth is facing us.
And as you see around here, we have these succulent plants. It's a Subium portulacastrum, but they don't eat these plants because it's very bad taste for them. So they eat these green leaves around there, and also the cactus leaves around this place.
Bird is bad.
Which one?
The bird out in here.
Tropic bird.
Ah, wow.
It's a tropic
bird?
Tropic, yeah.
We walked among the land iguanas, being careful not to step on any along the way. We also examined the cactus plants, as Jaime explained that they provide both food and water for the iguanas.
Okay, we have the cactus around here. This was too much water and the cactus fell off. But you can see how the iguanas eat around this place. So there's a little holes on the leaves are the iguanas that stand in the back legs and just bite the leaves that are really low and close to the floor. So this one here is eating actually a little bit of this cactus, you know. But around this time we didn't have too much problems because the water they find everywhere, you know. This is the end of the rainy season, so then later on they're going to have a problem with the water. So they're going to come back again over here and try to buy those leaves, you know, around this place, and also the fruits of the cactus. These iguanas, they have very strong hands in order to take all the spines out of the cactus before they eat. So it's not like the marine iguanas. Marine iguanas, they have very strong claws, but this one here is the hands. So normally they clean the spines first, and then they eat. But sometimes they eat with all the spines, you know. You can see some thorns through the lips. Yeah, it's an immature male. It's kind of small. It's not the full size. We can see it around the other side of full-size male of that. Yeah, they're more colorful. This one is changing the skin. Females are more darker. This one has a little yellow in front, so it's immature. You can see here the Sesubian start to change. The color is red. Yes. It's because there's not too much water around here.
The trail continues through an Opuntia cactus forest, past the colorful Galapagos carpetweed. Gradually, the trail ascends to a cliff plateau that provides the science team with a great panoramic view. We gaze down at the trip the defeated male and young sea lions take every evening. They climb straight up the rocks for over 100 feet. Making our way back down to the dry landing site, we observe many seabirds like tropic birds and Nazca boobies on the cliffs, and leads us through a large colony of bachelor sea lions. Only males are allowed here. A skeleton of one of the tired and defeated sea lions. And the science team needs to hurry back to the galaxy. After a long, hard day, we don't want to end up like that. Our day ended with an amazing meal. We enjoy 3 fabulous meals per day, all prepared with care and presented colorfully and tastefully. We thank the Lord for His mercy and grace.